And hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the podcast. As usual, it is your host, Scott and Don Cheese. He still hasn't explained why he still hasn't explained the cheese part. He probably never will. So I'll let Don
This is my beef juice. We're not sponsored, but please do because we're broke.
Oh, well, you're broke. You're broke.
Let's just be sponsored by a wife beater company. Let's just be sponsored.
Best introduction ever. This is Kyle.
Wow, what an entrance! Just why not be sponsored by a wife beater brand? Oh God. Why not? Why don't we just ask Amber Heard to sponsor us instead?
Oh. Feeling just breezy.
Just straight into. Just straight into.
Just like.
How's everyone doing?
Introduce yourself, actually, Kyle.
Right. Oh God, my name's Kyle. I don't know really. This is my first time on a podcast actually, so it's kind of all new to me.
You do streaming, don't you?
Yeah, I do streaming. Yeah, but you don't need to know my stream yet. It's complicated.
Yeah.
Actually,
we'll plug it in the description below.
Yeah. You'll just put it in the description. I mean,
yeah.
a few of my mates will
be comment as well.
Yeah, I will do.
Yeah.
A few of my mates, because I smashed the link in my Discord, and a few other people.
Yeah, make sure to follow him as well on his Twitch. Make sure to sub, comment on his videos, everything. Watch him. He's a great streamer. Make sure to comment and like on our videos as well.
Obviously, like Claude.
Don't you with the shameless plugs as usual.
Every
podcast is just the shameless plug.
Get it in there. You've got it in. You've got to
get it everywhere.
Gotta get
the bread.
He's had that one sip of Stella. Look at him. He's already on it. He's already beating.
One sip and he's already like, all right, lads.
Getting ready for it.
He's getting the right
training preparation.
He's like, right, now where's the money? Give me the fucking money.
With my fucking feet.
Right. So, what topic are we doing for today then, boys?
So our first topic, the topics we're going to be talking about today is we're going to talk about games, because we all love games here.
We did talk about it a bit last episode, didn't we?
Yeah, we talked about with Marius.
I thought it might be a good idea for us to talk about it more in depth, like what games we like and all that. And obviously, Carl's a streamer, so he plays a lot of them. So he's bound to know quite a bit.
Somewhat. I mean, from it's completely different from streaming from like being on PC and streaming from being on an Xbox. I don't have that many games for PC. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's the content for me to do for people on the PC is very limited to what I would do if I was playing on an Xbox.
Really? I mean, honestly, I'm gonna start streaming when I get back to my place, and I was thinking of streaming League mostly, but obviously I've got like other games in mind like COD or Warzone, Valorant, all that.
I would
Hearthstone even.
Oh,
yeah.
I know. Yeah, Hearthstone. I'm not gonna lie. I play a bit of that. I've streamed a few games. But the problem is, I need a better PC. That's my problem.
Yeah, me too.
I've got 8 GB of RAM, and if I run too many applicants at one time, boom. We found a problem.
I've still got an integrated graphics card.
I don't even have a graphics card, mate. I have a graphics chip. I have a graphics chip.
If I could, yeah. and then there's Scott sitting there with his fucking 1K computer, just parts.
Yeah, 650 quid. Acer Nitro 5 gaming laptop.
Yeah.
Well, I'm out.
I'm out here.
Right, podcast is always
done. No, this took a lot. Like, literally, it was money given to me and saving up and everything. And I was like, I need a good laptop. And it was like, I play a lot of games, and I'm like, I need something. Go into PC World. Telling me, it was like, give me 2 options for a laptop. The one I've got and this other one, it was like, oh, this one's discounted. And then this one I brought was the same price, but one was just discounted from like 1,000 to the 650. And I was like,
Nice,
so what's the difference? He's like, oh, the 650 one is better quality than the £1,000 one. And I'm like,
Yeah, but there might be different aspects that aren't.
oh
as
no,
good.
I looked at the aspects,
£1,000
like all the aspects were like, it was horrendous for the £1,000 one. It was horrendous.
Really?
Yeah,
What specs did you have?
I can't remember. It's been a while, but I just remember that I looked at this one, I looked at the other one, and literally the other one like had less RAM.
Oh, but you said yours was discounted though, wasn't it?
No, mine was the 650 one.
Oh wow.
So it was like, yeah, I think I'll stick with this one, and it's worked perfectly fine. I'm able to play Dragon Age on this, so.
I mean, if you're able to run a Dragon Age,
I think I'm going to buy Dragon Age 2.
I've got it.
Honestly, I tried playing. Honestly, what I didn't like about Dragon Age 1 is the fact that if you do not get to a checkpoint,
you've lost everything.
You've lost
everything.
Like, I spent 2 hours on the game, and because I do side quests before I hit the main quest. You
have to. Like in Dragon Age, you have to do the side quests because otherwise, like you go into the main missions and you just have the shittest equipment.
Miss everything.
Just messed up.
Like I remember, like going into like one of the quests. I think it was like one of the last quests, and it was like, "Are you sure you don't want to do the side quests?" I was like, "Nah." Get into it, and I'm like, "All right, fight." Dead, and I'm like, "Oh, damn." And every time,
but when you have that save. Oh, I remember being on a mission on Dragon Age 2 because the amount of time I spent on it, I actually was good enough to play like the hardest difficulty that there were, and I saved my game at such a stupid point where I had such low health, and as soon as I stepped into this room, I was a one-tapped.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And what I had to do was reset the whole game because I couldn't do it.
Tell you what, a piss take game for like hours for the amount of time it takes to complete Dark Souls.
Oh god,
I refuse to play it.
Oh.
I played Dark Souls once, and literally like I'm 5 minutes into it, and it's just like you're dead, and I'm like, but he only hit me once.
Right, the first time I played it, I went on. I was like, "Yeah, this is gonna calm. This is gonna be all right. Hardest difficulty. Let's go." I go to the first boss room and it's fuck. One time, that guy could literally like bitch slap me. I'd be dead.
No, but I love the compilations online where you see people playing like Dark Souls and how they just get whopped in like less than 10 seconds.
Oh, the rage modes of like
so much fun.
That's why I refuse to play Dark Souls because I have a bit of a temper when it comes to gaming.
I think everyone does.
Me with League. That's me with League.
League. I'm perfect. Like, I get annoyed at League, but like, it's not a monitor punching game. Like, it's, If I get annoyed at Summoner's Rift, I'll just be like, all right, that's calm. I'll just go into an ARAM game, like, or a Nexus 5v5 where it's actually kind of fun to play. If you get dicked on, I'm just like, well then. Like,
yeah, but there's a time where you in a game, you're like in a ranked game and you're going like 10-2 and then 10 assists, and then your team's going like 0-6 and everything else. and then you're sitting there like,
man.
I'm fed, but I can't do shit.
Yesterday, first time I ever played support yesterday, and I went and I was just being pinged at. Not to do things. I'm like, what do you want me to do? Do you know what I did? Literally, I typed in chat, went ping me 3 more times. It pinged me twice, and then pinged me straight after. I channeled back to spawn. Sat there for 20 minutes.
Just AFK to spawn.
Yeah, just AFK. But I was typing in chat so I wouldn't get kicked from the game in a ranked match because I told him like this is my first time ever playing support. I'm playing something like that.
League is so bad for like new players, especially when
now it is
low. Like low, if you're low rank or you're just starting off, there's so much toxicity.
Oh
like,
yeah,
so much toxicity.
I remember when Doncho introduced me to League, and he was like, "Okay, have a go," and I was like, "Okay," So I'm on his account, and we're not a rank match or anything. And I'm like, okay, I'm doing okay. And some guy just goes, "You're a waste of space. You're a twat. Like, can't you play?" And I'm like, I literally type in, "This is my first time. Shut the fuck up." And he's like, "What you'll say?" And it's like, "I've been here for like 4 years." And you're like, okay. It's like
you get like a random kid that's like, "Oh, I know my brother works at fucking Riot. I'm gonna get him to
I'll tell you a
your
story
account."
about something like that. So yesterday I was playing Valorant, but just before I jumped on Valorant, I played a game, and because I was doing so bad, yeah, it was a bit toxic of me to AFK and just come offline, man. He then added me, but what was funny, I thought the guy that added me was from my Valorant game, because I went 12-3 in like in a Spike Rush, which is a 7-round game, and there's 5 people, and like I thought he was on. He added me, so I was like, oh yeah, because I did good. I added him back. Pure salt from my last game on League, just pure salt. He went through my stats on my League account, because it's a brand new stat account. I have not played for League for like 2 to 3 years. He's gone through my stats and gone, and just put them all in chat and just pressed, haha, you're so shit. And I went, just come back after 3 years. Why do you have to be so salty? Because I'm not being salty. He goes, salt. I just kept on putting salt after everything. There's no need to be salty, is there? Like,
that's what I hate about the gaming community sometimes, is like when people get really salty over like the slightest things. Like, I was playing Payday, and we're in the middle of the bank heist, and this guy just starts standing around shooting in the air, ran in a circle, and the cops are coming. So me and the other 3 are doing all the work, and he gets nicked, and he's like, in the game, basically, you have to go help him out. Everyone was just like saying to each other, just like, fuck it, leave him. Just leave him. Just like, he stood there shooting in the air. And literally, like, we got out, and it literally, he was screaming down the mic, like, why did no one fucking help me? And he started saying everything about, apparently, our mum's a hoe. He started calling everyone mum's hoes. Our dad's left.
He was through that paper. Your mum's a hoe.
Properly, like, literally, he was just going on and on. And literally, what the funny thing was, though, he only sounded like he was 15. And then one of the guys we were playing with, he was like 22, and he said, shut the fuck up. Like, properly, like, down the mic was like, shut the fuck up before I come to your house. And he goes, oh, you don't...
There's a difference between being salty and then threatening to go to somebody's house.
Yeah.
It was just like... just sitting there, just like, and I was just thinking, "Fuck this shit! I'm just leaving." Just nope.
Fuck this shit! I'm out.
That's why I mostly play just like offline games most of the time. It's more fun, especially like GTA.
What are your top 3s?
What for games?
For games.
Oh.
See, at the moment, for me, my top game is League, because I play it all the fucking time. COD, like any COD game, I like. But COD 2 is like...
What, Modern Warfare 2?
Memories. No, COD Black Ops 2 even, sorry. It is calm.
Yeah, that is. That's the first Call of Duty my parents ever paid for. Like, that is the one hyped up game that I really wanted. Like, it's like watching it, like, when it came out, I was like, I need this, I want this. Like, I would watch the trailer all the time. And then my parents...
Have you ever played World at War?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That was the first time I ever played zombies.
I
shit myself when I first played zombies on that map. I fucking shit myself.
It is so sick. Because it was the first game I ever completed, like, from start to finish, all like, difficulties. It's so good.
If we're on about top 3 games, you're going to think I'm a bit weird for mine, because they're different. They're completely different. So my number 1 would be Shadows of Mordor. For, obviously, because I'm a massive nerd when it comes to Lord of the Rings.
Oh, you're talking to the right person. You're talking to the right person.
Like how when I'm with Doncho, no, like literally, I'll just come out with random, like somebody will say something, and I'll just quote Lord of the Rings just out of nowhere, and Doncho looks at me like, eh.
Yeah.
Number 2.
Yesterday, actually, one sec. Yesterday, actually, I had the Lord of the Rings marathon. We watched all the Lord of the Rings movies.
No. Listen, there's a difference between having a marathon and then having a marathon. Like,
I'll try and come to where I work. Then you get to watch the marathon because I work at a cinema.
the marathon. What was your marathon though, Doncho?
Right. We started with the first one. We literally just watched them from the morning till like the evening, like first, second, third.
So you watched Fellowship of the Ring, Two Towers, and Return of the King.
Yeah. Then we went on to The Hobbit. What else did we watch?
I mean, as soon as you said Fellowship of the Ring, you was already wrong. You should have gone Fellowship of the Ring Extended Edition.
Extended edition.
Two Towers
okay.
Extended Edition.
If you want to go in chronological order, you should have started with The Hobbit.
The Hobbit, yeah.
To be fair, The Hobbit was the first one I've watched from the series.
I can't. Like, I see The Hobbit and I look at it, I'm like, yeah, the context and like throughout the whole film, it's funny. Like, it is a funny film. It is a funny film, but like, I can't, because it's 2 hours long. I'm just like, there's no gripping.
I do have a confession though.
You prefer The
Until
Hobbit.
the other day, I never actually watched Lord of the Rings.
Just
But I knew like the plot off by heart from just memes.
no,
that triggers me. That triggers me with a passion.
like literally, like I remember when I was a kid, like the first thing that you'd do would be watch. Like what I used to do, like when I was 14, 15, I'd literally come home on a Friday and literally start Friday evening, watch the films until like Saturday midday, and then I'd go on and then I'd play like some of the Lord of the Ring games.
Yeah.
I mean, Lord of the Rings Return of the King was literally the one of... Actually, it's actually one in... It's like literally, it is in my top 3. Like, Return of the King is in my top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go.
I
Like,
got the-
literally, it is in my top 3.
I got the extended edition here as well.
If they remaster
Oh man.
any of the Lord of the Rings, but like, you will not see me for a good 2 years.
Oh no,
Now,
at the moment, cinemas are showing all the Lord of the Rings in high definition.
HD.
Yeah. I should know because I work at one.
Are we gonna go and have a?
Are we gonna do
Just
I
come
mean,
all
it was
the way
actually.
down.
It was the same.
I
Like,
have a cinema screen just to watch fucking Lord of the Rings.
Legit. Saturday when I was at work, I'm like looking at all the films that are on, and I'm like, Dark Knight, Lord of the Rings. I was like, wait, what?
What?
It's like, back a second, and it's like Two Towers. It's like, ah. It's like, ah.
Just find an excuse to just work in that fucking screen.
I was with someone.
Just so you can watch
Lord
it.
of the Rings, right? And they're like, all right, right, let's watch Lord of the Rings. They're like, all right, yeah, let's watch Two Towers. And I looked at him and I was like, what do you mean? He goes, oh, it's my favourite one. Let's just watch that one.
And you're like,
I'm just like, no. They're like, why not? Because it's my favourite film. I was like, what do you mean it is your favourite? That one is your favourite film. He goes, yeah, it's just really good. I just love it. It's like, I'm like, oh, I know why. Because you have that one scene where Legolas flips a shield down, rides down a fucking Helm's Deep. He goes, oh yeah, because I'm like,
I mean, that's pretty sick.
it's a good scene, but
it's a good scene.
But the best film is Return of the King.
Oh, down.
Like literally, like the final battle, like the massive battle scene, like that was, my God, literally for like 2 hours, it was just a massive battle.
Yeah.
And it's like, what film do you not want to see? Like a massive battle between orcs, elves, humans, dwarves, wizards. Like, who does not want to see that? That's just like some nerds just fantasy complete.
That is literally nerds all jizzing in one cinema room.
It is. Legit it is. Like
Like,
Right,
I
what are your
wish.
top three, Scott?
oh, my top 3.
Oh, wait.
I haven't even finished my top 3.
No, go on, finish your top
Oh,
3.
shit, yeah, go.
Finish.
So I've got Shadow to Mordor, number 1. SSX
Yeah.
Tricky as number 2. And then
Yeah.
Return of the King as number 3.
Yeah.
I studied SSX
that's a
Tricky
decent
so
top 3.
bad.
That's a
I
decent
don't know
top 3.
why, but I love like SSX Tricky.
Oh, I didn't say my third one. See, it's hard to pick like a third one because there's so many to like exclude. I don't want to exclude.
Childhood games that you've like.
Have you ever played Dishonored?
What?
Have you guys played Dishonored?
Yeah.
Dishonored. Oh. Yeah, I did, but I couldn't get into it. I couldn't.
It's not the
I
type of
thought it
game
was
that
sick.
I'd
The
play.
game mechanics are so sick, in my
My
opinion.
Discord's popping off. What's going on?
Yeah. Well, okay. My third one would be Skyrim. Skyrim, for sure.
That's a
I
solid.
spent so much time on that game.
That's
as
a
well.
solid. Like that's a solid shout. Like that's a standard game. Like it's in. If you play role playing games, that's in like your top 5.
Yeah. With me, like I play any game as long as it's fun for me, and that's how it should be. I think game.
Now for me, I have to be properly interested. Like the thing is though, it's like Dragon Age. I came across that by accident.
So did I. Literally, my mum bought me I said, can I just have some random set of games for Christmas, like on my Xbox 360? And she's like, yeah, sure. And she bought me Dragon Age 2. And like, as soon as I started playing it, I was automatically clicked to it. I was like,
Yeah.
wow, this game is.
Now for me,
Something
how I
else.
came across mine was literally like I had just got Fallout 3 on Xbox 360, and I was just like, oh, that's fine. And I got it home, put it in my Xbox. It wasn't working. So I had to look at the disc, and the disc literally had gunk on it. Like it literally, they sold me a disc that had just pure like crap on it. So I went back the next day and I was like, look, you've basically just sold me a game with crap on it. Like, oh, we can either give you a new another disc, or you can just get store credit and get another game. So I was like, do you know what? I just want store credit. I just find another game.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was
free.
I was looking at some games, and I had God of War 3 in my hand, and I had
I forgot about the God of War.
shout! That's a shout.
The God of War
series,
series.
and then
PSP God of War. That's when.
Have you ever played Prince of Persia?
yes,
I had Sands of Time
that was the
on
big one.
Xbox.
But
I used to play like the Prince of Persia games on, you know, like old ones on your phone, on your brick phones that you had. I went from that onto like the console.
What Sky like on Sky where you had to do Tomb Raider games?
Yeah,
I love that. You know, I'm not gonna lie. Waking up at 2 a.m. in the morning, sneaking downstairs, going onto the Skybox and going up Tomb Raider. It's so good.
That's so sweet.
Well,
What are
you
your
just
top 3,
yeah.
Scott?
Oh, go on, Scott.
So it has to be my number 1 game. Has to be the Dragon Age franchise. That is a game so dear to my heart. Like as I said, I came across God of War, and I picked up Dragon Age, and I was looking at it, and I was like, huh. And I looked at God of War, and it was like, and I looked at like what the age rating. So I always have a look at the age rating to see what type of shit's in it, to see how fun it is. And it's like, oh, it has violence, sex, and I was like, I looked at.
That's what drew me to it. I was like, I'm a little kid, doesn't know anything about it. Oh yeah.
And I looked at Dragon Age, and it said extreme violence, gore, sex, and I was like, do you know what? This sounds like this is going to be a shout. So I brought it. I got home, and I was like, okay. And it's like the second I opened, like it was Origin. Second I opened the menu, I was just like, okay, this is not a typical game I'd play. I just finished Skyrim. I was like, this is not a typical game I'd play. Boom. First 10 to 15 minutes, I was hooked. I was literally sat there. I completed the storyline within a day, and I was like, okay, do it again, but with a different character, do different outcomes. I literally sat on, and then after that, I got 2. And at the time, like, I weren't too fond of 2. I was like, I enjoyed 1
yeah, for
so
2,
much.
it took me to get a little bit of like grasp into it.
Like I thought, like I was like, I didn't really enjoy it as much. Then I got on to Inquisition. I like Inquisition. Not many people do like it.
I haven't played Inquisition yet, fully.
The storyline's amazing, but it does get very tedious having to like go back and forward between bits.
Yeah.
But then in the last year, I was like, I'll give Dragon Age 2 a go to see how it was. And my God, like I played Origins and 2, and I was like, actually, this might be blasphemy for me, but I actually started to prefer 2 than Origins because Origins kept on pissing me off, but 2, literally, it was so much fun.
Yeah.
So Dragon Age is always going to be something dear to my heart.
First time I saw Dragon Age was when you played it at yours, and then I borrowed your disc so I can play it, and then it took me a week, and I went through the whole game, and it was so good.
Number 2,
I enjoyed Dragon Age.
My number 2 game has to be Witcher 3.
I preferred Witcher 2 so I played Witcher 2 so much.
You just reminded me of something. Fable series.
Oh god, the Fable series. The Fable series.
Have you heard about Xbox X series? Have you heard about them? They've made a new Fable game.
Oh, they're bringing out a new fucking client for it. No, engine. The new graphics engine is coming out for Fable 3, for Fable 4.
Damn. Yeah, it's Fable 4. It's got to be Fable 4.
Oh.
I can't
wait to play it.
Literally, I played Fable 2. Fable 2 was just the pure shit. It was so much fun.
I just went to pure evil on Fable 2. Just pure evil, kicking chickens straight off bat.
No, I completed the game like it actually for the game and for the time it was released. Like the storyline was actually fucking deep. Like it was so deep. Like it made you so like you feel so shit. Like the scene,
it was deep, but it was sick.
Oh yeah. Then they went really off the rails with Fable 3.
Yeah, I played all the Fable series, like 1, 2, 3.
So have you played Fable Anniversary?
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't really into my Fables.
Yeah,
that was fun. Like I've got it on Xbox 360. It was so hard to find though, because a lot of places sold out of them when it first got released.
When it first came out, yeah. I always used to wait a few months after, and then they'll go like second hand after people played it, and then I'll just get them for cheap, and it'll be easier.
No, Fable 2 was like a game like literally like so much fun. Like I used to like customize my character to properly look like a proper like bandit, but like a proper like hero bandit.
I customize my character to look. If I had to make a character now, I'd probably make like a roadman looking character. Imagine a roadman with a fucking sword and Fable.
No, but I'm very curious because I hadn't heard they're bringing out a new Fable. Because last I heard was that the studio that was making it ceased operation.
Mm-hmm. But it's coming out for Xbox. The new Xbox, I think.
Is there any news about what the storyline's going to be about?
What, for Fable?
Yeah, the new Fable.
I'm not sure.
I am very clueless. If I'm not talking, I'm sorry, but because thank you, Scott, you've just reminded me about something. I am now purchasing Dragon Age 1, 2, and 3. So, I'm going to be sat here purchasing it right now.
There's no time to wait. No better time than now.
I just need to find my card and whatnot now.
There is no time to wait.
Yeah, can you show us like the front and back of the card? so we can
just here, everyone. Just you look at your transactions. Why is there like £1,000 going out of my bank? Like there's like someone signing up to like all these websites.
I've just bought Dragon Age 17,000 times.
Yeah. Oh my god. There's another series that you reminded me of that I want to swap out my second one. I'll swap out my second one for the Gears of War series.
Ooh, right. I enjoyed the first one.
You're skeptical about it, but like
I prefer number 2 out of everything. You know?
Yeah, number 2 was the best.
Yeah,
but
two's best. I agree. Two's
But then,
best.
like, literally, I played like I got a free demo trial of Gears of War 4.
Oh no, I refuse to play it. I literally refuse to play it.
And I was like, okay, I wonder how this is going to play out. And literally, like, the first 10 minutes, I was just like, this is just a cash grab. This is just pure cash grab.
It
is purely.
They
I enjoyed the
introduced
first
bots
one so much.
that is literally like impossible to kill. Like at one point,
Like literally, I thought like I played 3, and like the ending of 3 was like, okay, they're not the best, like not the greatest ending of a game, but they've ended it in a way that I can be happy with ending it.
Mm-hmm.
But then they're like, nope, we have to bring out 4. It's like they've done that with so many games.
What are they on now? They're on like 5 or 6.
Yeah, they're on 5. Gears of War 5. That is just pretty much just pure. It's exactly the same as 4. It's just another cash grab. Yeah. It's like my number 3 game, like my favorite game, has to be Dead by Daylight. I love that game so much. It's so much fun.
I played it non-stop when I got it first. Yeah,
it's just so much fun just to like just go around and literally when someone's like chasing you, just to dive around and
parkouring and fucking killing everybody.
Right, I'm back now.
And it's always fun, like, to see like YouTubers play it and see their reaction, because there's like a famous YouTuber known as MM7, known as Mini Minter. He plays a lot.
Yeah.
What's funny is I've actually met him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's a photo on my Facebook. Basically, when I was with my ex-fiance, we were in London, and literally we'd just seen a mate of ours because he was with us on a day trip. He had to leave, so he left. And I was like, I want to go to a candy store, like American candy. I was like, you know what? I'm fat. Yeah, I know. But I was like, I want some candy. And I was like, we go in, and I see this guy, and I'm looking at, I walk past him, like, that face looks familiar. Like, and I turn around, and I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, that's Mini Minter. So I go up to him, like, you're right. I go, hi, are you Simon? And he goes, yeah. And goes, nice to meet you. And literally, if you look at him, one of his videos, it's like a 10K calorie challenge. You actually see me in the background of the video.
No fucking way. Is it the one? Is it the same one that Vic asked to buy a spoon?
Yeah.
Or is it a different one?
No, it's his own. It's on his own channel.
On channel.
Yeah, it's the one where he basically goes. Basically, what's funny? So he goes, well, some guys basically just helped me out because he basically just said, if I buy a pack of these Oreos, that is quite a few calories. The thing is, though, I'm that guy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the same thing. Like with me, when I was talking to Don Show about this, I was sat in Camden Town just having burgers and chips, and just sort of, I just looked up and I saw this guy just randomly walk past, and I took no notice of it. Like I went, that guy looks like Jimmy Carr, but he was on the phone, and I heard his voice. And then me being, I'm Northern, so I'm not used to seeing celebrities or anything like that because there's like nobody up north. Me being me, very obnoxious and loud. I went, fucking hell, it's Jimmy Carr at the top of my voice. He's turned around, he's looked at me and he smiled. And I went, hey, there's that 20 grand tax fund smile we all want to see. And he just giggled to himself and walked off.
His laugh. I can't even do his laugh.
Like, it was so surreal. Like, literally, I have friends where I work, they're like, oh my God, you met him. I'm like, but the thing is, though, it's like, working in a cinema, especially where I work, because it's in London, like, we get quite a few celebrities come in.
You have to keep your cool, though, don't you? You have to keep, like, you can't...
I've talked to Tom Hardy.
What?
I've talked to Tom Hardy.
Hey, great. Just carry on. Just boost your ego even more.
So basically... He came in with his son to watch a film, and I was walking down the staircase, and he was literally walking next to me, and I said, how are you? He goes, yeah, I'm all right. And I said, what film are you watching? And he says, oh, I'm watching Spider-Man with my son. I said, you're not watching Venom? And he goes, hey, good joke. And I was like, oh, cheers. And he was like, do you know where the toilets are? And I was like, yeah, just there. And I said, if you need anything else, just let a member of staff know. He goes, oh, cheers. And I was like, my claim to fame...
The thing with celebrities, if like they don't like people,
they don't.
The thing with celebrities, like people to acknowledge them as like just a normal day-to-day person.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh, how are you? Like, how's everything? Like, that's
Literally,
what they.
I just talked to him like he was just a normal
Talked to him normally.
person. Like, but the thing is though, like he did get a bit pissed off because like literally like just came out of his film, and I was like, have a good day, and he's like, cheers, and he was walking away, and literally some like people were like, oh my god, is that Tom Hardy? Is that Tom Hardy? And I said, like, literally, people had to say to him, look, just leave him alone. He's just come with his kid. Just leave him alone.
Yeah, it's going to see a movie.
But no, I've met Tom Holland's dad. It was a weird like counter. Like literally, I was
situation.
It was because I was literally standing there, like I was greeting people as they're leaving, and I was like, did you enjoy the film? And he was like, no, it was fucking shit.
Right.
And I was just like, oh, I'm sorry to hear
Imagine
that.
it being a Spider-Man film. Imagine it being a
I don't know what he
Spider-Man
watched,
film.
but it was like, it was fucking shit. And I was like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. And he goes,
Imagine his
right.
homecoming is like, nah, shit.
And he was walking away and he was laughing, and I'm standing there. At the time, I didn't know who it was, and I was just like,
At your time, you're just like, that customer's just being really rude.
oh, that's
like
not.
saying,
Oh no, that's day-to-day life working in a cinema. That's what you get every day. But no,
I'd love to work at cinema, mate.
oh no, oh how, oh you would not. It is.
I would.
It's
Oh,
not as
Personality
fun.
of mine. Oh yeah.
It's not as fun as it seems. Like when I was like applying.
I mean, you met Tom Hardy. I think that kind of makes up for it a little bit.
You met him once, as like Tom Holland's coming because he literally lives in the town that I work in.
I didn't even know he was around here.
Yeah, he lives not that far from here. Paul McCartney's coming.
I mean, the only celebrity that used to live and was born around the area where I live is Freddie Mercury.
Wow, that's it.
That is cool.
Yeah.
When I was when I lived in London, Adele used to live down the road from me. It was sick.
No, but the thing is, though, Doncho, right? You don't know, right? You know where we used to go to school and you had to go up the hill?
Yeah.
You know that posh estate next to the road that we had to walk up?
Yeah.
You know a load of celebrities live there. You know John Terry used to live there.
Holy shit.
Yeah, but how many of the lunchtime dinner ladies from your school went to his house?
Yeah. Probably quite a few.
Quite a few.
Probably quite a few.
They always did disappear quite often.
Probably your teachers as well, not gonna lie.
Oh no, one of our teachers, his brother plays in the Irish Premier League.
Oh, wow.
And you don't know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about.
I don't actually know anyone famous or
Actually,
famous.
I'm actually pretty good mates with a YouTuber.
Ooh, who's
That
that?
was sick.
Yeah, it's called Vizza. It's called Vizza. He's got, let me have a look. He's got, how many subscribers has he got? He has 210k subscribers.
Damn,
That's sick.
That's quite a lot.
Yeah. He does streaming and YouTube, so he's on Twitch as well.
For you two, what's the game that you've put like the most hours into?
Well, we have to leave that for part 2. We're gonna have to leave that for part 2 of the podcast.
All right.
So we'll be back in a couple of minutes, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you don't go anywhere. We'll be back soon.
Okay.
Minus that. What's my downloads on?
Welcome back to the podcast. That's absolutely fine. Also, Doncho.
Right. I was just about to ask. So, what's the game that you two have spent the most hours on?
Most hours on? Oh. Just give me a second. I've got it here somewhere.
Well, I've got like 2 games that I've spent multiple hours on.
Like the most hours on.
They're pretty much the same. They're literally identical for hours. So Dragon Age Origins is my first one because I played the full game, but then I got all the DLCs.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then I played the expansion pack Awakening,
Oh, yeah.
which takes even longer to do.
Yeah.
But then my second game is NBA 2K17.
NBA?
Yes.
I haven't played NBA in so long.
I'm not an NBA person, you know.
I'm a basketball fan. I've got 2 jerseys. I've got one of the Boston Celtics 1987 jerseys.
Sick.
I've got
See,
2.
I like competitive games. I'm like a competitive gamer, so I like NBA. I mean, I'm not that much into like FIFA, but I played it.
Like I play FIFA now and again. Like
I'll tell you a story about FIFA. Go on, Scott. I'll tell you about FIFA in a minute. Like
I play it now and again, but like my go-to game, like at the moment, like because I'm a PS4 player and PS Plus has just given away NBA 2K 2020 for free.
Oh, yeah, 2020.
So I've just got the newest. I've just got the newest 2K, and I'm literally at the moment. I'm playing NBA. I'm playing my career mode, and I'm playing for my team. I'm playing for the Chicago Bulls. I'm a Bulls fan.
I'm still a Warriors.
I am a Bulls fan to the day I die. But I haven't got a jersey yet. I'm planning to get one. Basically, the only reason I've got the other 2 jerseys was because when I was with my ex, she got them for me when I was on holiday.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to get an actual like proper Chicago Bulls one.
I need to get more like Warriors match.
Oh,
for the amount I like them, I've watched them. I haven't actually got enough.
I mean, I played a lot of basketball, but I didn't study watching basketball. So when I did like want to support a team, like you're gonna think I'm very hypocritical, right? You're gonna think I know which team you've gone for. I went for Lakers.
But the thing is that they are a good team, so it's not.
They're a good team.
They are a good team. Like I like the only reason I support Bulls, truthfully, was when the first time I actually got introduced into NBA was actually through a film.
What film?
The Looney Tunes film.
Michael, it's Space Jam. Literally, Space Jam 2, you know.
I know. I heard about it. The thing was that I heard rumors that Space Jam 2 was supposed to be with Kobe.
Well, that ain't happening, is it?
Now I think they're doing it with LeBron's.
That's aged badly.
James, yeah.
I think they're doing it with LeBron. But no, that's how I got introduced into basketball. I was like, oh, like I knew what basketball was, but I was like, oh, and he played for Chicago, and I was like, you know what? It's like, and I got into like watching basketball, and I started watching some of Jordan's matches, and I'm just like, damn, this is some fun. Truthfully, give me basketball over football any day. Like football gets very boring very quickly.
Agreed. I mean, there's going to be so many like football fans that are going to be like, "What the fuck did you just say?"
Yeah, they're like, "What?" I do have a football team. Like, I do support a football team. Like,
so do I. I support a football team, but I don't like.
I've got a football jersey.
I'm the same as you, Carl. I played football, but I don't support any teams.
Like when I was explaining to you, I used to play for a team. I used to play for Chelsea.
Really?
Yeah. Under 13s, I used to play for Chelsea. Yeah. But
that's it.
Because of events, I couldn't take up a career of playing football. I decided, so I'm playing family.
No, it's like so you decided to go for streaming. What a good idea.
It's like I was part of when I was at high school. I was part of the basketball team from like. I was in year 7, like in year 7 we had a basketball team, and like it was a lot of like all the like popular kids and all that, but it was like I joined and everyone was like, "Oh, you're just going to be like a bench warmer and all that," and I joined, and like my first match. This is like my highlight career. Like this is my one game that I played, like only game that I played like in competitive sport, and I was like, I came out with the biggest dub. Literally, we swiped the ball from the opposite team. I got to the halfway line, and like everyone was running to me, and I just went like that, and shot from the halfway line. It went round the rim and went straight in.
That is it.
About an underdog.
And
Yeah,
literally, the whole gym
That's
just
one of
went
the best moments you're gonna have for you.
And literally, everyone it went silent when it was going over, and I was like, "Oh, he's going." And it literally went round, and my PE teacher at the time, and he was like, "Oh hell no, please go in, please." And literally, it was spun round. It looked like it was going out, and then it just went.
It's when I did like.
Yeah. And literally, the whole crowd just went nuts, and my whole team come running over, going, "What the fuck was that? Like, how'd you do that?" And I was like, "I actually genuinely don't know."
So in like high school, when it came to like stuff like that, I'm not gonna lie. As a kid, I was a very sporty person. Now, the only thing I do now is move my hand, move my fingers to play games. Like, literally, but like,
gaming is a sport.
It is a sport.
I used to do cross country for my county. I used to play. I played table tennis for my like area. So basically, like you know how you got like Middlesex, you got like So I played Middlesex and whatnot. Like I played table tennis for Lancashire. Yeah, and then I also played badminton. I was very hand coordinated, so
the only sport that I was actually properly into was basketball. Like Doncho, like I stopped playing basketball. Like I didn't play it from like year 8 to like year 10. But then Doncho was like, "Hey, like come along to basketball practice." And I was like,
joined year 9, and then I joined the team year 10.
Yeah, but there was no matches though. You didn't really play anyone.
We only I wasn't on the team. We only played one match and we stopped. So cheers to that.
But no, literally, I used to play a lot of like hockey.
Strategies was shit.
I used to play a lot of hockey.
Oh, I loved hockey. I'm not gonna lie,
like indoor hockey. Like literally, it was so much fun because literally it was like it was after a school club. Like we all, like a load of us went, and literally it was just getting the sticks, and it was like a load of us were just like we're playing a brutal game. Like they had to separate like the groups because it got too violent.
I'm not gonna lie, I used to tap people's kneecaps like with the end like bang.
Oh no,
like you're running alongside me, bang. Like
no, that's what used to happen. So basically, what they did, they had to split it. So they had to have like year 7 to 9 in one section. Then they had the year 10s and 11s in another. And the 10s and 11, literally, it'd be like one of the male PE teachers, and it'd be like right. It would literally be like a battle. It literally like right.
It was horrible.
It was like right.
Horrible.
So long as there's no groin shots, no head shots, you're perfectly fine. And literally, we used to get some of the gruesome. Like I remember someone once getting with a stick, like properly back-ended it into someone's stomach.
Yeah, but the PE dodgeball thing was no joke.
Oh, the PE dodgeball
things. There was no rules. Everyone just went for it.
Do you remember when someone got smacked in the face and nearly got knocked unconscious?
That me?
No. Basically, I was in the middle of like it was.
How many people got?
I don't think you were in our group, but basically, there was a load of us, and we're playing dodgeball, and like
dodgeball. So
literally, the thing is that I was always one of the last people to get out because they'd all aim at like the skinny people first, and then they'll be like, right, we hit the fat kid last because he's an easy target.
Big target.
But what they didn't realise was I was big, but at the time, I before college, I was very
angelic. Like
I was I could move. Yeah. Like Don even knows. Like literally, when we used to play football,
you were a big kid, but you had pace.
Like when we literally we used to play football at our local park, and he'd be like, "Oh, let's play football." I'm like, "Okay." And like 10 minutes in, he'd be like, and I'm literally just walking around him with the ball, just still running. And like the thing was that when I was younger, like I'm big, but I can still pace it.
Yeah.
But so they literally throw balls at you, so you duck and duck, and they'd be like, "How are we not hitting?" And I used to do like front rolls, and people would be like, "What the it was no joke. This was some proper like warfare shit. It's like survival.
I mean,
you had to survive.
Our school was fucked when it came to like British Bulldogs or like literally like
Oh, yeah.
dodgeball. Our dodgeball, you'd think you'd use like normal dodgeballs, wouldn't you? Not our school. Literally, we basketballs.
Yes. My old school
You
used to do that.
fucking basketball. So
Just
you're
lob.
thinking, oh, I had a basketball, literally. Like, I was just playing normal because I was quick. I'm like, I was hella quick, like, as a kid, but I also had an arm on me. So I'm running, bang, like, when you get a basketball to the nose, it's just a different question. Like, you're
I had
like,
that sometimes, oh my God.
you just look at the person, you think, wow. And then, because
You
other
felt like
people
someone
haven't seen
kicked
you
you
being
straight in
hit,
the head.
because other people haven't seen you being hit by that basketball, straight on you, you're just like,
You're like, what? Like you standing there. Like I remember when we were playing rounders.
it's like you're being forced into a different dimension by being hit by
You sort of like
basketball.
stand there and wonder, where the fuck am I?
Yeah.
It's like I remember when we played rounders, and I remember some kid like batting the ball. But the thing was though, he didn't like bat it properly. He didn't go like for a proper up. He just went straight side, and it literally struck someone in the jaw.
I had a embarrassing moment when it came to rounders, you know. First day of college.
Right.
It's first day of college, and because I did sports development and fitness. Like my whole life was like, literally, let's just do sports. Like, Kyle, you are good at sports, and I am. I really was good at sports, but because growing up as a teenager, you're just like, yeah, fuck whatever. Like you don't really acknowledge you're kind of learning. And first day of college, we're playing rounders on a 4G pitch. So it's like, there's a group of 30 of us. It's all great, like 15 aside, like it's great. And our college fire alarm goes off. We don't know anything of this.
Right.
And trust me, I can already see you laughing, Don. Like, so, and everybody's come out, but where the rally point is for the assemble point for fire is literally in front of the 4G pitch.
Oh God!
Right.
So you've got thousands. You've got a full college.
You got a crowd.
A full college outside. I've what's happening? I'm there. I'm batting up. It's all good. And it wasn't what happened once. It's what happened like 3 times in the space of them all being out. Is that the first time I missed the ball, but because I weren't concentrating, somebody shouted my name to the left. I've had this arm go this way, and I've smashed my jaw with the bat.
Ouch.
Like, spun myself round, lied on the floor. We're like, right, can we go again? I've got up, right? I've taken the second shot, completely whizzed the bat because of how sweaty I was, because of all these people around me. I got very nervous and whatnot. So this bat's flung off in the air, and everybody's looking at me behind me because of the assembly point. And then, like, the third shot, I've hit it. It's gone fucking miles away. I've run off, went to stop, slid on my arse. My pants went down, my top went up, and there, my arse hanging out and everything in front of everybody. First day of college.
Now that reminds me of something that we were in I think it was dodgeball, and some kid, basically, it was a lot of popular people were in our group, and there's basically, during, I think it was, some of them went outside, and I think one of the popular guys went and capped one of the popular girls, pulled down her shorts a bit, and everyone saw her underwear. And everyone was just like, people at the time are laughing. So we're all sitting in the hall just minding him. And he's standing there, like, joking around with people. She comes up behind him and cacks him. But the problem is, she doesn't just cack his shorts. She cacks everything. So
Nice.
Everyone got a quick view of a certain someone's cock. And literally, everyone was just laughing, and the teachers were all like, "Oh God, no!" trying to cover up their eyes because if they saw,
Sex offenders list.
yeah. So literally, everyone was trying. Like they were trying. Like people were laughing, and he was like, some of the girls were going, "Damn, that's big." All the girls. Like I can't say on the podcast who it is. I'll say after the podcast who it is.
Yeah, all right, that's fine. I mean, I won't know who that person is, but like,
no, Doncho does.
I want to know.
It's pretty funny. But no, the next time the next funniest moment about stuff like that was when I was at high school. We were playing football on a back of a field, and we're just sitting there playing football and all this, having fun and relaxing, and all of a sudden, people on our team just stop where they're standing, and they're staring off in the other direction, and everyone's doing that now, and I'm like, what's going on?
Oh, I know.
Nobody's paying attention to what's going on. Yeah.
No, that literally, everyone's just staring, and I'm like, I'm facing the opposite way because I've got the ball, and I'm like, what's going on? So I've just looked behind me, and all of a sudden, my face goes completely bright red, and I'm just standing there in shock. And I mean, this is something you do not expect to happen. Like this was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. It was like, what we saw was that two girls, popular girls, were pissing about.
Right.
And they saw us playing football, and they decided, do you know what, we should distract them and embarrass them and make them like go red and everything. So what happened was
they fully like
no. So one of the girls got the other girl over her knee, lifted up the skirt, and started spanking her ass. You see that she's wearing a bright red thong. And she's just spanking.
You know she's a slag. She got a bright red thong on like in high school. You know her one purpose is to...
Tell you what's the main thing. I was the goalie on his team, so my back was turned the whole time. I couldn't see.
He saw none
you
of it.
Lost out. You lost out, my bro. You lost out.
Literally, I'm just I'm just like looking at him, and I'm like,
what the fuck's going on? Like,
me as a little nerd kid to see that would be like. That would have been me. Like
the rest of the team were just like, oh, like so, literally, someone like collapsed on the floor. And he was like drooling from his mouth, and I'm just looking, and I literally slapped myself to get back into it. And Doncho looks at me, he's like, score, and I'm like, oh. So I go past everyone, they're still staring, and I score a goal, and everyone goes, what's happened? And literally, they stood there for a couple minutes wondering what just happened.
And then people tell me, and I'm like, oh shit, what?
But the problem was, though, right? The most awkward part is that when I was at, there were certain classes at high school where there were only like 5 to 10 people in a class. Mm-hmm. The next lesson I had with them 2 girls.
The class.
my high school was hella weird. Like it was literally like there was, you know, when you obviously you had to pick your classes, like which subject you wanted to do it.
Yeah,
like,
year 10, 11, yeah.
Like all the literally all the popular kids picked the same class.
Right.
But in my like when I went to high school, it was completely weird. Like the popular kids picked the class that I was in, but also picked the same classes as other popular kids. So I was also in a very popular group, but in a very degenerate group.
Mm.
So I was always saw as this person who was just an easy target to bully, but also one of the popular kids. Like I was an easy popular kid to target. Like it's
mad. Like literally, like through like year 7, I was bullied the shit out every single day for a whole year. I was bullied, beaten, like literally I've got mental health
I
issues
understand that. Like,
I've got
it's fucking horrible.
I've got mental health issues because of what's happened. Like that badly. Like
I mean, I think we can all relate on like mental health issues. Like, I've sat there, and I'm not gonna lie. Me and Don Cho have cried together. We've cried together.
But no, like coming to the end of my life at high school, like literally it became so weird. Like through the rest of like the years, like people would be like, oh, like didn't they, Don Cho? Like through like when I've met you, like you saw how people were bullying and all that. But then all of a sudden,
and bullying. Anytime anyone ever tried to like bully me or my mates, I'd fight them.
yeah, but that's the thing though. Like coming to like year 10 and 11, like people started respecting me. Like people were like, look, you've been through 3 years.
That was the same with me. Like literally,
you've been through 3 years of hell and you're still here. Like people been bullied.
Oh, you haven't killed yourself yet. Nice.
The thing is that people started giving me respect for still being there. But I got to admit, at that time, I started basically turning into a person that didn't give a shit. So I started like pissing about, and people were like, "Oh, cool," and then I got to college, and then oh god, it feels like you went back to year 7. Like you were like, "Oh, I am now the worst person. Like you are now a victim of everything."
I mean, for me, college was a lot different.
College was a lot more fun. Like, but the problem with me,
college was so much better than what high school was. Like, I appreciate college for getting to me. Like, it just opened my mind up and realized that the people that I was friends with, like, I saw friends that I was with in high school, and then seeing them on a night out, and they were all like, "Oh, Kyle, you're here." I'm like, "Well, what the fuck do you expect?" Like.
Yeah,
and like, oh, we still like they suck up to me like, oh, are we still friends? I'm like, oh, we fuck. Like you made my high school days like literally living hell.
Oh, that's the same. Like it's like when I'm working, like people would come in. Like I went to high school with, and they'd be like, "Oh, you work here? Oh, can you get us free tickets?" And it's like, why the hell would I get you free tickets? I should literally kick you out. Like I should kick you the straight. Like I know you're gonna cause shit, but no.
Free ticket. Nah, you can leave.
But no, like high school compared to like college, I went to one college for a year, and I didn't like it. I hated the college I was at. I did not like it at all. And I moved to the same college Don Cho was at, and I enjoyed everything until up to last year. Like this year, this year's college was like this year's been the worst year for me. It's been really one shitty.
I left college after a year. Like literally, I was done with college after a year because, like, I in a way, I don't get along with people. Like, I have a significant type of group of people, or like person that I want to get along with.
Yeah.
Like, I'm very subjective to myself about who I want to choose because it's just because I'm cautious about what's going on around me. Like, who's the best person around me?
See, I think I was just lucky with the people I got in my course because obviously I was doing an art course, and obviously everyone in an art course is either nerd, smokes, has a nicotine addiction, drinks, and is loud as fuck. My people.
I mean, you're just like fully sorted at this point. Like
the thing with my college is like when I went to my new college, like the first year I was there, like I met like a group of people that were like, all right. That's where I met my ex. That's where I met a couple of good mates of mine. But the thing is, there's like the New Year's, like when I was in like level 3 and like year 1, like it was just pure shit. Like, I was with a bunch of like proper kids. Like they were not adults; they were just kids.
Yeah, I don't like it when you see how I say I got like a 5-year-old's brain. Fair enough. But when you're like 20 and you're like maturity is of a 5-year-old, but in the wrong aspects of life, you know what I mean? Like if something serious is going on and you act like a 5-year-old, then
like through that, like literally, there are so many people that I knew that they were 5-year-old, like they're actually like 5-year-olds, and
You just spill everything on your.
did you just spill everything?
So the way my PC's the way my PC's built, it has 1, 2, 3. It has 5 fans, but then you have the main motherboard on the right hand side.
Yeah.
But at the top of my PC is the air vent. I've just spilled a Fanta can into the main air filter, like air vent, to go into my main PC.
Oof.
So when my motherboard is going to get really sticky, and that means I'm going to have to replace another motherboard. That means actually I'm not annoyed. I'm not annoyed about it. It means I get a new PC.
I mean, after the podcast, if you clean it good enough of the podcast, then it should be all right.
Yeah.
Alright, it'll be fine.
Right, so we're going to end this for part 2. The next part will be our final part, and that's where we're just going to talk about streaming and see.
Oh, streaming,
See
nice.
what streaming is like. Yeah, you can tell us all about it.
What, me?
So, yes.
Yeah.
All right, okay, yeah, I'm down with that. Yeah.
All right. We'll see you in part 3, guys. We're back, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
So this is the third and final part of the podcast. Don't worry, from next week on, we won't be sitting in a edited part. We won't be doing like part 1, part 2, part 3.
Yeah,
We'll actually have the full software, so it'll be a whole run through. So that's the cool part. So as we're saying, we're talking about streaming.
We have a bit of news. We have some news, don't we?
Yes, we do.
So during
Just
that
a
little
bit
break,
just a
during
bit
that little
news.
break, we were talking, and it just so came up that we might need a new member of this podcast.
Oh, don't you talk about that new member? Who's that new member that you might need? Oh God,
Scott, who do you think our new member should be?
I don't know. Scott, who do you?
What about you, Kyle? Who do you think our new member should be?
I don't really know. There's not been many people that you've had on this podcast.
I've got an idea. We should contact Donald Trump.
I'm out.
I mean,
I'm out.
funny enough about that, my cousin is actually called Tronald Dump on Discord. So
he's our new member.
Wait. That's the connection. The connection is Tronald Dump is my cousin. So that means the new member of this podcast is.
It's you.
It's you, man. It all links in somehow. So yes, our new member is Kyle. Man, see, I think
the 3-man podcast.
Now it actually makes sense why there's a 3 in the podcast.
Exactly.
Weird things how they just suddenly go from
just that's what it is. Just comes together.
It just all comes together. But
exactly.
It's great to have you part of the team.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to having many podcasts with you.
Yeah.
I mean, it's my pleasure to have many podcasts with you. Podcasts with you. Like podcast. I'm Northern. Why am I saying cast instead of cast? Like what's going on?
I think is your camera frozen on? Yeah, I think your camera froze for a little bit. Nice. Okay, it's all good.
It's all good now. But
no, I just stopped still, Don John.
Yeah, he just went.
Cheese.
Stop the camera. No,
cheese.
You stop time and then everything.
When I move, time moves.
Right. Why don't you tell us a bit about your streaming, Kyle?
Because I am actually fascinated.
I want to start streaming.
So do I, but I see how people are. I stream.
Streaming is a very hard thing to do. I'm not gonna lie, it is a very hard thing to do.
I can imagine.
It's either you are 100% to it or you're not at all.
Mm-hmm.
Like you've got to sort yourself out to have a schedule. You've got to sort yourself out to get yourself motivated to do that stream. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, for myself, like. My first stream that I ever got, I plugged myself to like I unplugged myself on all social medias, and it was difficult because I put myself out of my own comfort zone to reach out to other people and like say, look, come watch me. And I had a great stream. Like Donnie was there, like a lot of other my friends was there. Like it was great. Like I was so energetic knowing that all the people that I reached out to was there. But then like the second stream was a little bit less than what the first stream was, but you shouldn't put yourself into that dark zone thinking, oh, I should have that maximum amount of people watching you. You shouldn't, like, you should stream throughout, even if you got one streamer, which what happened to me on the third stream. I had my third stream, and the first 2 hours I had about, I'd say about 4 to 6 people watching me. And then after the third hour, for another 3 hours, it was just myself. It was me and somebody that hosted my stream, and I was sat there talking to myself for 3 hours. Like, when people say they get sick of themselves, they generally do get sick of themselves. But because I streamed for 6 hours, which is good enough, within that 3 hours.
So it's more of a chance for people to tune
I
in.
mean, it's from where I want to get to, like what I want to achieve. It's really hard because at the moment I have 28 followers on Twitch. I have 28 followers on Twitch, but
you got 2 more now.
I mean, I already had you, Don Cho, so that's the thing. Like, but like when I'm streaming, and I like to, like, because all my life I've been grown up with ADHD, I don't like to sit here. I like to talk to other people. I like to be energetic. And when I don't have anybody in my chat, I get really, like, I get down. Like, I'm like, oh, what's the point in me streaming? But the point in me streaming is to get to my goal that I want to do. I need to get, at this point, I need to get an average of 4 viewers per video, like per stream. And also get 50 followers to get affiliated, meaning that I can be.
Yeah, you can actually.
Basically, I can get paid. I can get paid to be on stream. Like.
Oh, I know how you feel, man. It's like when I started YouTube, went back ages ago. Like my first video got like 100% of views, and at the time I was like, "Oh my god, this is amazing! This is gonna. I'm hoping it keeps up." Next video, it got like 10 views, and I was just like. And I'm just like, keep going, keep grinding. And I kept on, it got to a point where it's like, it got to a point, I'm not going to lie, that I stopped doing it because I got to the point where I was like, I'm putting out all this content. It weren't, like, at the time, it weren't worth it. Like, I was doing so much effort. But it's always good to see people like yourself that are willing to keep going through that and through that and through that to get what they want.
Commitment.
Yeah, it's like, because I do filmmaking, it's like when I put out my first film to my college, like, people loved it. The second film, people were like, third film, like, it's okay. But the thing is, you got to keep going. You got to keep that ball rolling. Keep new ideas coming in.
You just got to keep it up. You just got to get through the struggle. That's the thing.
Yeah, the thing with streaming as well. I think, like you said, you have to be comfortable with being able to talk to yourself for ages. That's for sure.
No,
that's me sorted. That's me sorted. I do that every single day of my life.
I do it every day.
I do it every day.
It's the difficult part is that you plug somebody else and you plug multiple people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even though that you know your friends are gonna plug them more than you are. That's the difficult thing.
Mm-hmm.
I've plugged like multiple people. Like, I mod on streams for a few people, like, and I've plugged them so much more than I've plugged myself.
Yeah.
And knowing that I've done that and they don't plug me to say, look, this is my mod, please check him out, please give him your support and love.
Yeah.
It is like undermining, like it is very hard to understand knowing that they're not going to come support you, but you've got to earn.
That's true. Very true.
It seems like it's a very difficult thing because I see both sides. I see that personally, I think they should be plugging you because you're modding for them. Like you're putting in the work. That should at least give you like a shout out or something, or a plug, something just to be like, hey.
Yeah.
But then if you earn it yourself, it's more like you can say to yourself, I've earned this. No one else has done this for me.
It gives you a lot.
Like I stream, like I don't stream, but I get myself involved with somebody that streams like maybe 3 times out of the week. And maybe it's not just her, it's other people as well. Like there's 3 streamers in the same lobby that I'm in. And I give entertainment to all 3 streams. And I will bob into all 3 streams saying, hey guys, like make sure that everybody's okay. Like I show love to everybody.
Yeah.
But like I don't get salty at the fact that they don't give it back. Like I don't show saltiness knowing that it's not like I'm like, oh, please give me it back because I've given it to you. Like
it's not just you're screaming at them like, I've done something for you, now give it back to me type thing.
I've done that to show support to the people that I want to show support to.
I've already seen on like the internet at the moment, like people that are begging fans for subs, like Amanda Carey, the Vine star. She basically said on her Twitch stream that unless she gets a certain amount of subscribers, she's not doing this. You need to subscribe to me now.
I hate it when like streamers, like guilt trip their like audience into like donating and shit, isn't it? Have you seen like there's like a famous clip of a streamer, I forgot her fucking name. She's like, if you don't donate, you're a piece of shit. What are you doing watching me if you're not going to donate?
Oh yeah, the one. Yeah, I remember that where she's like, well, if you've got time, if you don't, like when she goes, oh, you can't donate $5, but you have the time to sit here and watch my stream.
Oh yeah. Literally, no, that was fucking so bad. That was so disrespectful.
I hate it. Like when they start streaming.
It was on I watched it from I think it was the KSI video.
Yeah, that's where I watched it.
I watched it.
And I was thinking, like, no matter how many viewers or how many subscriptions or how many people,
you wouldn't be there without them.
You appreciate the people that are watching you. Like,
you gotta appreciate the people.
It's horrible. Like, to me, like, I don't like the thought of becoming famous because, as much as I love attention and I love people to follow the way that I do, I feel awkward putting myself into the position of seeing people that actually genuinely like me.
Yeah, that would be
like.
interesting.
Yeah, it's just
That's why I
get what you mean. I get what you mean.
That's why I forced myself into not actually streaming as much as I should stream, because I disconnect myself to my stream and I disconnect myself to social anxiety. Like I go off for like 5 days, just watch movies and preferably Lord of the Rings, but like
just anytime you're like screw this.
Yeah.
Just sit on your stream and just watch the Lord of the Rings live. Just sit there and watch it.
There's times where my PC just cuts out and it wants to reset, and I'm just like, I'm 3 hours into a stream that I should be going for like 6 to 9 hours. I should come back online and boom, that's counted as one video. But no, after 3 hours, I'm just sat there and thinking, what's the fucking point? Like, at this point, I've got like 1 viewer. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not ashamed to admit that. Like, because I have 1 viewer, that I'm fucking off a stream. And it is not very good.
Yeah, when I start streaming, what I'd be streaming for, like the reason I'd be streaming for, is mostly like I'd want the people that watch me to just be like to just see a person that's just having fun with them. Just join in and just watch and do whatever.
But with the basis that I have, it's weird because people won't watch me, but they will watch the people that I plug.
Yeah, I mean,
so when I plug somebody, like I've told, like with this podcast now, like this video that's coming out, I've told a lot of people about like everything. I've put it into 4 Discord servers. And that is a branch over like maybe 500 people.
Nice.
And because the actual owner of the Discord server knows me, and I've talked to them, and I've earned their respect, and they've earned my respect. They're guaranteed to watch it.
Sweet.
The more the views that we get, like.
But it's harder for me to earn my respect to the people that want to watch me. It's completely different. Like,
well, don't worry, we'll plug you all over our social media.
That's the thing to me. I don't want you to plug me because I want to make my own. Yeah. I want to make my own channel.
Yeah,
I want to
we'll do it anyway. We'll do it anyway.
We don't have to.
Anyway, it's fine.
Now, don't do that thing. But like, yeah, I don't care about myself. I care about other people. Like, I will plug other people. Like, I respect knowing that somebody's doing better than I am. It's weird. Like, I have a weird mindset. Like, I've always cared about other people than I've cared about myself.
I totally get it.
Even within stream to real life.
I get it, because the thing is, like, if you have the chance to help someone out, why wouldn't you, sort of thing? I'm the same. Like, you have the chance to do it, why wouldn't you?
Yeah. At the end of the day, like, for me, it's like,
it costs you nothing.
Yeah, it's like during my relationship with my ex, I put myself behind everyone else, and like everything that I did was for her. Like everything, like I did, but I'd give everything up.
You devote yourself so much into one thing, and then you get fuck all out of it. But the fact that you get fuck all out of it knows that you've done something for that person.
Yeah.
So you get the thrill out of
knowing that you've done something.
Like, you're putting yourself into that person, and they've grabbed something from it. Like,
yeah.
So that's where we're going to actually end it today. That's actually where we're going to end the podcast today. Going to end it on, but we'll leave it on a nice light fact, shall we?
Light fact, yeah.
Light fact. Let me get one up on my fact machine, because I have a book. I have a thing on my phone that gives me random facts each day. Here we go. This is a funny British law fact. Doncho, we probably talked about this one in a probably first podcast.
Oh God.
Do you know it is illegal to wear a suit of armour in the Houses of Parliament?
Yeah, you get your head chopped off.
Mm-hmm.
Are you taking a piss?
Nope. If you go into the Houses of Parliament with a suit, you will be killed.
They're legally allowed to chop your head off.
All right. Okay.
And the last one, this really affects me.
Okay, it doesn't explicitly say
head beheading, but
they're allowed to kill you. It says that they're allowed to behead you.
Okay, and one more last fact. This really affects me badly.
Technically.
In Yorkshire, during the week, Yorkshireman people, anyone from Yorkshire, is allowed to kill a Scotsman with a crossbow.
And I already knew that. Yeah,
and on a Sunday, they can kill a Scotsman so long as he's either drunk or carrying a weapon, and they can kill him with anything but a crossbow.
Yep.
And I say this every time I talk about this. I'm not going to Yorkshire because I would be killed very quickly.
Why are you Scotsman?
I am part Scottish, yes.
Housemate is also Scottish.
I'm part Scottish, yes. And I know that if I went to Yorkshire, I would be killed.
I mean, you wouldn't, because a lot of people from Yorkshire don't understand the law. They're fucking dumb. They are dumb.
Well,
I'm from Lancashire, so we've learned to realise what the law of Lancashire.
Wait, I just found something funny fact. Right, the Supreme Court in the US, right? They have their own private basketball court, and it has a nickname. Guess what the nickname is?
Don't want to. I do not want to.
Go on.
It's the highest court in the land.
Oh God. Oh God, that's so cringe.
Okay, right. For this podcast,
So funny.
if I somehow suited up in a plate of armour and stood outside the House of Parliament and go, "Yay!" to them
I mean,
all,
you get mean looks, but if you step in
The building.
we're not actually allowed to like.
no, just for the meme, just for the meme of standing outside of it, just for the shit. Because of this podcast, if I do it, like,
I think the police would stop you even before you'd get halfway. I think they'd be asking you
content, boys.
I wonder if they'll even let you in with a suit of armor.
I just convinced them saying, I've got a YouTube video. I've got a YouTube channel over like 15 million subscribers. Like, please let me in so I can do. Bet you.
just like, let me in. But that's where we're going to end it. So next week, it's just going to be us three, no special guest, because our special guest has become a part of the podcast.
Hey!
So we'll be back next week, and next week we're going to be talking about some bits that affect everyone. So we're going to be talking about housing.
I reckon. Housing.
Yes, we're going to talk about
I
housing.
was going to suggest something about, like, economy, like, something that's going to...
Also, by the way, if for the viewers at home, if you have any ideas for any future topics that you want us to do, make sure to comment down below.
Comment down below, leave a like, subscribe.
For more like teasers and other stuff, like information on our future podcasts, and to suggest other stuff.
Also, hit that bell for notifications, and you guaranteed to know when we're going to upload.
Oh yeah, it's going to be every Monday. The videos will be up and live, and you can just listen to us ramble about random shit.
Exactly.
Guaranteed it.
So from us at the 413 podcast, we'll see you in the next podcast.
Peace out.